There we go. Good evening. The July 16th, 2025 meeting of the San Mateo County Board of Education will come to order. As is our practice, this meeting will be recorded. I note that Superintendent McGee is joining the meeting remotely. Hi, Superintendent McGee.
Good evening.
The board provides remote access for members of the public and welcomes community members joining in person and remotely. The board is following the requirements of Assembly Bill AB 2449, which enables remote participation by board members only under specific circumstances. We use simultaneous interpretation in Spanish for those attending virtually through the end of public comment. Translation will continue further into the meeting if people are utilizing the channel. Thank you to our interpreters, Ana Cruz and Kimberly Larios, for joining us remotely. For meeting attendees wishing to access the Spanish translation channel on Zoom, please click on the interpretation button on the menu bar. We ask all speakers to be mindful of the Spanish interpretation and speak slowly and clearly. Item 1B is the approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. There is a motion to approve the agenda made by Trustee Gerard and a second by Trustee Alvaro. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. The motion passes with a vote of 7-0, and the agenda for tonight's meeting has been approved. Item 2 is public comment. Guidelines for public comment are available on the SMCOE website and in board docs and on the table outside the boardroom in both English and in Spanish. Speakers who require Spanish interpretation, our interpreters, Ms. Cruz and Ms. Larios, will interpret following each speaker's comments. At this time, members of the public may provide comment for topics not included on the approved agenda. The County Board of Education does not act upon any matter that has not been agendized, except under limited circumstances as permitted by law. It is the policy of the County Board to refer matters raised in this forum to the superintendent for investigation and/or action where appropriate. Superintendent McGee, do we have any comments submitted prior to the meeting?
We do not.
Thank you. Speakers are also invited to make live comment and have 3 minutes to speak. The board's executive assistant, Jennifer Perna, will keep the time and advise when the speaker has 30 seconds left. Please keep within the time limits. To make a comment over Zoom, members of the public may use the raise hand feature. Instructions for using this feature are provided as an attachment in the board packet. Once the hand is raised, please wait to be acknowledged by Superintendent McGee. Superintendent McGee, are there any members of the public attending remotely who wish to make a comment at this time?
I do not see any hands raised.
Thank you. Members of the public may also provide live comment in person. Superintendent McGee, are there any submitted cards?
We do have 3 cards submitted. The first speaker is Liling Pang. Liling is speaking on an item that is not on the agenda. Is Liling in the room there?
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Hi, so I'm Liling Pang. I'm a parent with 3 kids who have been living in Pacifica for the past 25 years. And my kids are almost all grown up now, but all 3 of them have been in public schools in Pacifica and Daly City. So I'm speaking to you today because I'm representing a group of parents who have really come together to put together a charter school proposal. And what we are envisioning is a school that really prepares kids for the future. And we really would like to share with you a little bit more about this school. And we hope that we can be having conversations with you. But tonight, we're just kind of coming to introduce ourselves so that you put faces to names. So the team of families who have come together, it's parents and educators that have come together. And we believe that in the power of hands-on learning. A lot of us have had kids who have gone through a school, Ocean Shore School in Pacifica, that it's just had 50 years of this legacy of a beautiful way of learning that really helps kids to develop the critical thinking skills and really learning how to really interact very well with one another. We do a lot of teamwork together. And so we see the importance of that. And we also see the value of thinking about the future and what are the skills that the kids need in the future. So we teamed up with a group of educators. And we really sat down together and we kind of looked at what are the disruptors that are coming up for our kids. And of course, it's no surprise, climate change is an issue. The AI revolution is going to really disrupt the kind of skills that kids are going to need. And the geopolitical uncertainties that this generation is going to face. They need to have those human-centered skills, right, to be able to address those. And so we came together and we really felt that we need to think about retooling public education in a meaningful way. And our educators have decades of experience in experiential learning, in project-based learning, and in environmental education. So that's the team that's come together. And we would love to set up a time with each of you to be able to share a little bit more about our plans and to get your input. So I look forward to that.
Thank you. The next speaker is Joan Wiedemann.
Hello, I'm Joan Wiedemann. I've been a Pacifica resident for 30 years. I am a retired math teacher and a past school board member. And so I come to this team with that lens. What excited me is about Ocean Light School is about preparing all students for high school and beyond. And the way that we plan to tackle that is through project-based learning and experiential learning. That's a process that really engages kids in deep learning, and it offers students a variety of ways to demonstrate knowledge and understanding. So it empowers students to be a part of their education and be engaged in that. I really saw as a teacher the benefits of that kind of teaching with our English language learning students. Students who are trying to learn a language need to have concrete and visual representations and tie that to the words that they're hearing. And I found that experiential and project-based learning really addresses those types of issues. And the collaborative work that's done gives students who are learning a language the opportunity to practice it and grow and learn in a really safe, kind of fun environment. It also, all these processes also work for students who learn in different ways or process in different ways. And so by offering project-based learning and experiential learning, you can really allow kids to tap the information that's coming in and provide them opportunities for demonstrating their knowledge and understanding. I also feel pretty strongly about TK-8 environment. Having students be in a community for 10 years now with TK, they get to really build a sense of community and relationships, and that really provides continuity for students. And that's an important kind of piece for me. And that helps them to give a real sense of place and purpose. For older students, it really helps them develop leadership and mentorship skills. And when they develop those skills, especially at the middle school age, they're building confidence in themselves. And I see those students go on to be confident in high school and advocates for themselves and even beyond the high school environment. And a lot of these skills that we're talking about are the human skills are going to be so crucial as we move forward and we're battling what happens with AI, and that's a whole new frontier for all of us in the education field. And I also really realized that when I read the community report that was produced for you, or the 2024, about the need for serving the students of the North County, that is our vision, to provide an opportunity for families to have a choice in a different type of learning and make that available to the community at the north end the county, which has really traditionally been underserved. And so that's why I'm passionate about this project and jumping in full force to really make this vision be a reality, because I believe that kids and families need an opportunity to have these type of experiences. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Weideman. Our next speaker is, and excuse me if I mispronounce your name, Shivam Ganguly.
Thank you. So I am Shivani Ganguly. You're very close. I moved to the Bay Area about 30 years ago to study science, technology, and society at Stanford University. After that, I lived in San Francisco and worked at a hardware startup for about 10 years, like much of my cohort. But I really wanted to move towards more purpose-driven work, from regular tech to focus on climate change, which I believe is the most important issue facing us today. So I went to Presidio Graduate School to get an MBA in sustainable management. This enabled me to shift my career, and I now work as a CFO and COO for renewable energy companies. Over the last 20 years, I've worked with more than 100 startups and nonprofits to build sustainable, impactful organizations. Along the way, I moved to Pacifica and became the solo parent of a neurodiverse 8-year-old who loves STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math, and projects. Like me, he learns by doing and creating through projects and experiences. I'm working on Ocean Light because I believe that this is the best way to prepare our future leaders for the world ahead, for problems and opportunities around climate change, poverty, social justice, AI, technology, and aging populations. I'm also excited that we have both the team and the seed funding to be successful. This enables us to work with legal, financial, and HR professionals, along with educators and parents, to plan and budget, and to make sure we are well supported by these charter school experts as we create this school. Thank you for your attention this evening. I'm looking forward to sharing more of our vision of Ocean Light with you in the future.
Thank you. Those are all the cards that I have, President Torres.
Thank you so much. A public comment addressing a specific agenda item will be heard after the board's discussion on the item. If members of the public wish to speak to a specific agenda item, please use the raise hand feature when the item is announced, or if in person, submit a card in advance of the item. Item 3A is the July 2025 Employee of the Month, Kylie Carpenter, Administrative Assistant 1, Curriculum and Instruction Services, Educational Services Division. Will Kylie please join me in the middle of the room? So each month, the board and the superintendent recognize an employee for providing outstanding service. For the month of July 2025, we recognize Kylie Carpenter, who serves as Administrative Assistant 1, Curriculum and Instruction Services, Educational Services Division. So Kylie joined the county office in February of 2024 and has consistently brought clarity, efficiency, and professionalism to a fast-paced and ever-changing environment. She manages competing priorities with remarkable agility, all while maintaining a warm, collaborative spirit. Throughout periods of transition and high pressure moments, Kylie remains empathetic, steady, and solutions-oriented. Her commitment to excellence and her genuine desire to support others have helped create a workplace culture that is both productive and supportive. Always willing to help and eager to learn, Kylie approaches each task with care and thoughtfulness. She leans in to support others, ensure seamless operations, and contribute to a collaborative and inclusive work environment. Her ability to foster strong relationships with colleagues and create a welcoming, respectful work environment has made a lasting impact. Known for her sharp insights, quick thinking, and proactive approach, Kylie is always willing to learn new systems and processes with a positive can-do attitude. Whether it's managing complex schedules, juggling last-minute requests, or simply brightening someone's day with a well-timed joke or word of encouragement. Kylie is the kind of team member everyone wants. Kylie's team shared the acrostic for her name, and they created for the Administrative Assistants Day. This is the first that I see this happen for an Employee of the Month, so I'm very excited. K is for keeping the team sane while juggling 87 tasks. Y is for the yielding quick results and sharp insights with a bit of sass. I appreciate that. L is for the love that is blooming with wedding bells near, because you're getting married, or did you already get married? Oh, you got married in May. Congratulations. I is for initiating magic daily with walks, talks, and smiles. And then E is for the efficiency as her love language. Oh, good job, team. So Kylie not only excels in her role, she finds joy and meaning in her work and in the people she works with. From mastering new systems to anticipating needs before they are spoken, Kylie demonstrates initiative, adaptability, and attention to detail. Her behind-the-scenes work often makes the visible work of others possible, and that's the quiet excellence that deserves the recognition. We are proud of our county office staff and are pleased to recognize Kylie Carpenter for her outstanding work. Congratulations to Kylie for being named Employee of the Month for July of 2025. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Board President Torres, and fellow members of the board, Superintendent McGee, my team, my friends. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you so much. We have item 4A, the introduction of Mefula Fairley, Coordinator of District Improvement and Support, Educational Services Division. Coordinator Fairley.
Good evening, President Torres, members of the board, Superintendent McGee. Thank you for allotting this time this evening for me to introduce myself to some of you and reintroduce myself to others. My experience as an educator includes teaching sixth grade in a multi-subject classroom in Prince George's County, Maryland, and in Fremont Unified School District, where I also served as a literacy coach, a program improvement coordinator, and principal. During this time, I also spent my summers training teachers across the state to use one of two State Board of Education adopted English language arts programs based in the science of reading. And then following my time at Fremont Unified, I came here to SMCOE, where I served in progressively more responsible positions over a 13-year period, concluding with my position as Senior Executive Director of Board and Superintendent Support and Community Relations. After this, I accepted a position at the Santa Clara County Office of Education, where I served as the Executive Director of the Charter Schools Department. The department has a portfolio of 21 charter schools and a contract with the California Department of Education to provide training, networking, and mentoring to charter school authorizers across the state. And then on July 1st of this year, I began my new position here at SMCOE as Coordinator of District Improvement and Support. In this position, I will be supporting a small group of LEAs with their LCAP writing, approval, and implementation. I will also serve as the Tinsley Voluntary Transfer Program lead and charter school authorizing lead. Additionally, I will also support the Williams visits and do inter-district attendance appeals. Thank you for your time this evening.
Welcome. I've only heard great things since being here for the last 20 minutes. So for item 5A, is there a motion to approve the minutes of the June 25th, 2025 regular board meeting as presented? Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. There is a motion to approve the minutes of the June 25th, 2025 regular board meeting made by Trustee Love and a second by Trustee Alvaro. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. The motion passes with a vote of 7-0, and the minutes of the June 2025 or 25th, 2025 regular board meeting have been approved. Item 6 is the consent agenda. The consent agenda is not debatable and requires a unanimous vote for passage. An item may be removed from the consent agenda and placed on the regular order of business for separate discussion and action if any member of the board, the superintendent, or the public so requests. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. There is a motion to approve the consent agenda made by Trustee Gerard and a second by trustee Alvaro. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. The motion passes with a vote of 7-0, and the consent agenda has been approved. For item 7A, Kevin Boltema, Deputy Superintendent, Business Services Division, and Tammy Moore, Associate Superintendent, Personnel Services, will present the public disclosure of the classification and compensation study negotiations agreement between the San Mateo County Superintendent of Schools and California School Employees Association, and its chapters 789 and 887, as well as the unrepresented confidential employees. Deputy Superintendent Baltima and Associate Superintendent Moore, the floor is all yours.
Good evening, Board President Torres, members of the board, Superintendent McGee. We provide this as information related to a settlement agreement we reached with CSE 789-887 and our unrepresented confidential group. It represents implementation of the classification and compensation study. Furthermore, we're pleased that this agreement doesn't really harm anybody who is currently an employee and will allow all employees to receive benefits associated with negotiated compensation increases in the future. And I point that out because often when you implement a class and compensation study, you may have to go through a process they call Y rating, where you would actually hold somebody's salary until at such time it caught up. We were able to, I would give a lot of credit to Tammy and her team. They ultimately came up with a solution where we are able to put people that may have been impacted in that way on a separate salary schedule. And then we were able to implement the full classification and compensation study for everybody else. So ultimately, the financial impact of this is represented here. We think the total cost is approximately $632,000, represents almost a 4% increase. And those will be ongoing dollars that will be paid for from our unrestricted general fund and our Fund 20 for our early learning program. So this does not close compensation for the 24-25 year. That will still be open, but it does implement the classification and compensation study. And this will finalize that agreement for all classified groups. So I will say this is the third classification and compensation study I've been involved with. And I am pleased that we have been able to implement this within a year of the classification and compensation study being completed, which I will admit I was not optimistic that we would be able to accomplish that. So anyway, with that information, we're excited to present this to you this evening.
Are there any comments or questions from the board? Trustee O'Neill?
Hi, this is probably kind of a rhetorical question, but on the second page where it's this chart, fiscal impact of proposed agreement, you have under the columns year one, is there supposed to be decimal points in there? Because it says 4 and then 1,313%.
Yes, on the percentage, there should be a decimal. There was on the clean copy, but not on the copy that was put into the board.
Okay, because I mean, someone reading this looks at a 4,242,000.
4.1313.
Okay. I just
I'm
wanted
sure
to,
our members, the union members would love that, but
yeah, well, I just want to be sure it was in the record that
Yeah.
there was supposed to be a decimal point there.
yeah, right. It didn't show up in the copy, but yes, it's a
Okay, thank
decimal
you.
point.
Other comments or questions? Are there any comments from the public?
No comments.
Thank you. There is no action to take on this item. For item 7B, the public hearing on the initial proposal for the California School Employees Association, Chapter 887 to the San Mateo County Superintendent of Schools for the 2024-2025 successor collective bargaining agreement is now open. Would anyone like to speak on this issue?
We have no hands raised online.
Great, and none in person. So the hearing is now closed. For item 7C, the public hearing on the initial proposal for the San Mateo County Superintendent of Schools Employees Association, Chapter 887 for the 2024-2025. Oh, my apologies. Oh, wait, no, there we go. Sorry. 2024-2025 successor collective bargaining agreement is now open. Would anyone like to speak on this issue?
I see no hands raised.
Thank you. And none in the public as well, so this hearing is now closed. For item 7D, we have the superintendent's comments. Superintendent McGee, do you have any comments to share?
Yes, I have a few comments. I just want to acknowledge the time of year as we work through the summer. One thing we've been very busy at and being very successful at, I would say, is our hiring new staff and onboarding new staff for next year. Of course, every year we have people moving into the county, people moving out of the county, people pursuing different kinds of work. So there's lots of turnover and new staff starting. And so we've been very successful at filling positions. I believe that to a large degree, most of our positions are filled. We have a few very important teacher positions that we're still working on. Having Mifla Fairley back in the San Mateo County Office of Education is an example of the quality of new staff that we're able to attract right now. Mifla brings an exceptional breadth of knowledge and understanding of not only the region, the Santa Clara, San Mateo region, but also the San Mateo County Office of Education, and knows a lot about our own school district. So she's starting ahead, which is not always the case when we have new staff, but we're actually thrilled to have her back working as a member of the one SMCOE family. So Mifla, welcome. It is ironic that Mifla's first meeting, there are two interdistrict attendance appeals. So she's getting started right away. So it's nice that she's bringing all that experience to have a smooth evening. Additionally, we use the summer to provide unique trainings to all of our school districts. For instance, this week is the TK Institute, providing training for our early learning teachers. And our curriculum and instruction staff is very involved in that. So we do a lot of cross collaboration across disciplines in the summer, and we carry that through, obviously, through the school year. But in the summer, we have a little bit more time to dig in and really understand the strengths that we all bring from our different areas of expertise, and then provide that in our trainings for our school districts in a time when they also have a little bit more breathing room to learn and prepare for the new school year. In the theme of learning, we're doing something new this year that we've never done. It is called the Day of Discovery. It will be on July 24th. And the Day of Discovery, the county office will be closed to the public. And all of the members of our staff will be down at Sobrato, just down the street, learning together in an SMCOE conference. So it's for all of our own staff. It's like a conference where you sign up for different sessions through the day. People who are putting on the sessions are SMCOE staff as well. So folks are both teaching and learning on that day, and we're really excited about the concept. We believe it will be a really great way to continue to learn about all the different work that's happening out of the county office, and also doubling down on the collaboration and teamwork that we need to do for our school districts and our students to make sure that they're getting the best kind of training and support possible for their success. So we're excited about that. And that does not conclude my comments, because we have a number of birthdays in the summer. Let me find that. So we've got Chris Schaus, who is out on vacation this week with a birthday. She kind of kicks off the summer birthdays on July 25th. Mary Young will celebrate her birthday on August 2nd. Sharing a birthday with Mary Young is board member Patricia Love, whose birthday is also August 2nd. And then pulling up the final summer birthdays in August is Beverly Gerard, board member, whose birthday is on August 10th. So happy birthday to all of you. And we look forward to wishing you a happy and successful year ahead. So that now concludes my comments. Thank you.
Thank you. For items 8A and 8B, the board will move to closed session to hear interdistrict attendance appeals 25-5 and 25-6, both filed on behalf of students currently residing in the South San Francisco Unified School District, but requesting to attend school in the San Mateo Union High School District. Before we begin, are there any comments from the public?
There are no hands raised.
Thank you. Upon conclusion of both closed session items, the board will return to open session to report on any actions taken in closed session.
That's your pen. Yeah, nice to meet you. Yeah, I look forward to working with you. Você é San Mateo.
We are returning from closed session. For item 9, we will report on actions taken in closed session. For Interdistrict Appeal 25-5, the board voted to deny by a vote of 6-1. For Interdistrict Appeal 25-6, the board voted to deny by a vote of 7-0. For item 10A, the board will discuss agenda topics for the September 17th, 2025 retreat. Superintendent McGee.
Thank you, President Torres. The board will engage in a retreat on September 17th during the time period of their normal board meeting. So the retreat will begin at 7 o'clock. We would like to begin preparing the agenda for that meeting. And this is an opportunity for the board to weigh in on ideas for topics that you would like to dig into. Thinking about the fact that there will be one retreat in September that will kind of set the course forward for the following school for this school year, the 2025-26 school year. So we don't have to complete an agenda tonight, but this is a good opportunity to propose ideas and then have the board discuss so that we can work on it between now and the beginning of September. So I'll turn it back to you, President Torres.
Thank you. Does the board have any suggestions or ideas that they'd like to throw out? Trustee Love?
I just had a question, sort of, what is your goal and vision for the retreat? Like so that we could kind of plan for that?
Right. I think primarily just to align in our work moving forward so we can better support each other since This is like the first time it's a complete team, and just making sure we have that time together to just like get to know each other and figure out how we best work together and knowing, um, yeah, just how to move forward together as a team.
That's helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. Trustee Bonini?
Is it anticipated that there will be just us and staff or and superintendent or a facilitator?
Yes, we're looking into a facilitator outside of the group.
Okay, and then follow-on question is one with experience in our type of a body?
Yes, I know we had a certain person in mind, but I haven't been able to check in to see where we are with that person. But I don't know if Trustee Gerard or Superintendent McGee want to add to that. Oh, if there's anything you want to add.
No, but the particular person we had in mind has been out of the country for the last at least 3 weeks. And so as soon as he comes back, we'll be talking to him. And I think he would be excellent for the type of retreat that we were thinking about, where we talk about our priorities. And I think one of the things that I would like to talk about is individual priorities and how we use those to form board priorities, because we can't have 7 different individual things. We've got to work together as a board. And so I think that's one of the things we really need to talk about, is being a team and how do we work together, and the protocol we use in doing that.
Thank you. I will say too, the person that we had in mind when we were having the conversation, Superintendent McGee, Trustee Gerard, and I all had the same person in mind. So we're hoping that this person is available and will be able to support with the facilitation. Trustee O'Neill?
A question, previous boards that I've been on where we've had that, we've met with individually with the facilitator. Is that going to happen with this one, or is it just here?
I think that depends on their availability and what their process is, but that's something that we could bring.
I'm just asking,
No, yeah.
you know, to know, that's all.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's true.
No, but that's helpful. Yeah. Other ideas or suggestions? Trustee Alvaro?
Just a simple thing that might be a reverse suggestion, having facilitated 1,000 things like this myself, is that we try to keep the agenda small and leave lots of air for discussion. Because, yes, you're all nodding, so you're all thinking the same way. Yeah, because if you cram too many things in, then all of a sudden we didn't get to those 4 things and we had to cut off discussion on this one. And so just try to have more time to interact and talk about the process that we're talking about.
I agree. Trustee Bonini, did you raise your hand? Oh, sorry. Something that I know Trustee Love has brought up that I would like us to explore. It could be an action item that we work on after the retreat, but it's having like a self-board evaluation. So that way, whatever we agree upon at the retreat, we can have like a reflection session or something to see how we've done with what we've agreed upon. So that way we can just continue to improve as a board. Trustee Lev?
Yeah, I didn't bring that up because we have a governance meeting. So it'd be interesting to think maybe what are some strands that connect these 2 things, you know, start a conversation, finish it in November, somehow relate that. And yes, the self-eval.
Yeah, thank you. I don't see any other hands for suggestions. Are there any comments from the public?
There are no hands raised.
Thank you. There is no action to take on this item. For item 10B, when an ad hoc subcommittee meets or a representative attends a meeting related to their given assignment, board members may choose to bring a report to the board at this time. Would any board members like to report out? Trustee Love?
Sorry, yes, I do have a little update. The ACCB Advocacy Committee is going to be meeting in August. I can't go. Vice President Gerard's going to be there. I'm looking forward to hearing what their priorities are and bringing that back to the subcommittee possibly and helping fill out our agenda a little bit, even though it's already pretty full, and what priorities we have that we can take there as well. Meanwhile, the subcommittee continues to be focused on the adequate school funding task force work. And the plan moving forward is as follows. Interns in Senator Becker's office are doing research on some questions that came out of this process. Executive Director Ian Bain is going to pull all the information together, create a report using the interns' research and other research and the task force meeting and information. He'll share a report and get task force feedback at a hybrid meeting on August 25th. I'm sure Jennifer will let people know about that meeting. And then bring a draft to the board that includes the task force's input on September 3rd, sort of for discussion, and then people can review it and then bring it back to the board for approval at the retreat on September 17th. So I guess that's an item for the retreat. And then we're going to work with other CEOs or COEs. I've reached out to ACCBE about this and the legislative delegation to build support and narrow the work once we kind of know what we're recommending.
Awesome. Thank you. Would other board members like to report out? Trustee Gerard?
Yes. Today, the Housing Subcommittee actually met with our Heart Group and looked at a property called Crystal Springs Terrace in San Bruno. And it's at 2000 Crystal Springs Road. And it was a very nice piece of property. And I'm sure that within the next couple of meetings that we'll be getting a lot more information about it. But Deputy Superintendent Baltima was there and also Marco Chavez from the county office. So, thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Bonini?
I just wanted to add to that we didn't we didn't have our full committee in attendance, so we still need to follow up on that.
Thank you. Would any other board members like to report out? Are there any comments or questions from the board to any board members? I'm seeing none. Are there any comments from the public?
No comments.
Thank you. There is no action to take on this item. For item 10C, the board will discuss topics for future board agendas. Would any board members like to discuss agenda ideas? I'm seeing none. There's no action to take on that item. For item 10D, board members will comment. Trustee Alvaro?
I'll just make it real quick. I want to congratulate and thank both Mr. Baltima and Ms. Moore for getting the compensation study implementations. That's an incredible amount of work. And as Mr. Baltima said, he didn't think they were going to make it. And so congratulations and thank you to them. And I'm so excited to welcome back Ms. Fairley. She just about wrote the book on interdistrict transfers for us. So I think she'll work out just fine. And I'm happy to have her back. And then just on a personal note, Half Moon Bay actually had partial garbage pickup today. So we are partying in Half Moon Bay right now. It's been interesting. It's been interesting. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Arias?
Well, I just want to say happy birthday to Trustee Love and Gerard in August. And also, the only comment I have is just to please continue keeping your minds and just be aware of students and families who are continue to be afraid to participate in school and community events because of ICE raids. Last week, I had another family who really just, there was a situation in South San Francisco, which it didn't really was a raid, but there was presence of ICE because of other reasons the police was communicated. But I think it's important to just create that awareness. There's a phone number, I don't have it with me, but there's a phone number where people can, and family, again, I'm thinking of family, students in our districts in San Mateo County, just to have the knowledge of there's a phone number they can call and make sure whether there's presence of ICE or not in their community.
Thank you. I have the number for the hotline. If there is ICE activity in San Mateo County, the hotline is area code 203-666-4472.
Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Bonini?
I don't have any comments.
Thank you. Trustee Love?
No comments.
Thank you. Trustee O'Neill? Vice President Gerard?
I actually don't have any comments either this evening, which is remarkable, isn't it?
Oh, then I'll be quick. Okay, because I have two comments in regards to two of the conferences that I've attended since our last board meeting. The first one being CALSA, the California Association of Latino Superintendents and Administrators. Great work. Edward James Olmos was there to discuss his youth film project and the importance of having a different outlet for students in the schools so that they're successful in the arts. If they're not successful in other areas, it does help bring out their passion, and they do great work in partnerships with a lot of counties and schools throughout California. And I just returned today from CAPC. It was my first time at this event. The California Association for Black School Educators. And it was such a welcoming and inclusive conference with so many different folks there about supporting our Black students in particular. So I'd love at some point to discuss more of the beautiful learnings that happen at that conference, but just very grateful for the opportunity to be in those spaces and to learn so much. For CAPC, Colin Kaepernick was there to also discuss the importance of AI and making sure we're bringing our students and families up to date with current technologies and advancements. So I will end there. Item 11 is the adjournment. So the next regular board meeting will take place on Wednesday, August 20th, 2025 at 7 p.m. And this meeting is now adjourned. Good night, Nancy.
Good night, everyone. Good meeting.